to cut the cost on 2021. And I think you see when you see through the structures, all those stuff. So the structure is scaling down because of the financial situation. And this will also affect how you're doing planning as well, because we have limited HR resources, we have limited financial resources as well. And we need to pick the most important things to work on. So last but not least, we're going to HR, which is TM, okay? So one of the beloved functions, I like it a lot. So yeah, so in here, what you can see is on the above, there's a data called fulfillment between the current HR and the ideal HR. What does it mean? It means ideal HR is the people that you plan to recruit, okay? I hope you get it. Plan to recruit. Current HR is how many people you actually recruit, okay? So if you look into here, actually AP has a quite high fulfillment rate, okay? Around 92%, which means we are actually recruiting enough people. But what does the hidden clause behind it is actually we have a very big membership in AP, while it's not being fully utilized at this moment of time, because mostly, like what Xiaomei taught in her session, is mostly people are allocated with GV, and mostly currently GV is pausing the operation because of COVID-19 as well. And that's why it will also affect when you think about your strategy, how do you keep continue to retain the talents inside of your organization as well. So your strategy will be taking a very important part. And looking into here, so this is some of the data about our engagement. So one of the key highlight is in terms of the response, right? You'll be able to see, compare all the other regions, AP have the least response from our engagement survey. So this may be one of the things about the data, whether it's correct or not. But then it's also reflect that actually our current engagement with the LCs actually is not really as highly engaged. And when you plan for your when you're having a planning in MC planning, it is also important to take note into your consideration on how you can engage and manage your network in this period of time. Okay, so to sum up all the internal factor, I know I talk a lot. Okay, so that's why here I give you a page of summary, like on like how does it exactly look like. And yeah, so in terms of operation, we are having a major drop in terms of exchange number, and also the timeline will be potentially changes as well. So always trying to stay tuned with that. And for marketing, currently we are pausing exchange promotion, but I think most of the entity are working on some branding campaign. For financial, of course, because of the exchange drop, it also affecting our financial revenue. And this has been reflected because March and April is the time that we have the most profit, and we are losing on that. And this also reflect on like how we can allocate resources in the coming time. And in terms of HR, we consider that we have really large membership compared to other regions, and really think about in the coming months how you can utilize it to get the best outcome of it, and really think about like how to engage with our current membership. So I hope I'm clear with all the context. Now I will having reflect. So I hope you can questions. So I will give you 2 minutes time. Operation, yeah. Okay. Anyone still need more time? Okay. If you keep writing, then I know that your face is still. If you're done, you can type in the chat room so I will know you're done already. So I hope everyone is done. So because we don't have much time, so I would like to have one person for sharing. What is your realization about AP, or what is the challenge you think like we are facing right now? So let's have one sharing. Okay, only one. Okay, it's not 10 minutes. Sorry, typo. Anyone want to share? If no, then I'll move on to the space.
Hi, I can share.
Hi. Yes.
Hi. Okay. Um, so what I realized was that compared to other regions, AP is gradually recovering. So you can see it through the various data, and some countries in AP are actually COVID free already, just like New Zealand. However, I also saw that AP greatly lacks in engagement, and I think that although we are gradually recovering, for us to be able to recover properly, we have to be able to engage our network properly and to be able to onboard them with the strategies on how to move forward. So even if we're recovering, we have to ensure that we continue to engage our network and keep them on board so that we can really recover faster as a region. Okay, that's it.
Ooh, amazing. Thank you so much. And I agree with you. Yes, we need to think about it. And so to continue, I will continue with the session. But thank you so much, Lina, for sharing. I really love your sharing a lot. So now coming the time, we were going to talk about like ISAC after COVID-19. So how will it exactly look like? I think some of the things you may be aware already because Xiaowei have talked about it. But then one here, I want to in here, like I want to ask you guys a question, like to think in when you go through this session is how will the new normal would look like? How the new normal would look like? Yes. So I hope you guys can think about this question. And I think this was a topic like throughout the whole globally, like I mean not in ISAC, even outside of ISAC, a lot of articles talking about it. So here are some of the data that you can see. For example, especially it's about how people perceive about COVID-19. So you'll be able to see most of the people will think about there will be recession, there will be a void public space, and I think one of the key highlight is the third row, which I think a lot there's the entity that who think the worst part of the COVID-19 is over already, and that is one of the key highlight that you can see in AP. There will be in AP, like you'll be see some of the people saying that the worst part of the COVID-19 is not over yet, and some of the people saying that it's over already. And now is a good time that you can look into it, really understanding the market and start preparing for that. And looking into like the categories on like how does the economic situation look like, what are the industry that will growing, what are the industry will losing in this period of time, you'll be able to see people are spending less luxury compared to before. And there will be also, and there's also some industry that will be even more. For example, you will see people will be tends to more savings, they will take good care of themselves even more, and also they will stay home even more, right? But other than that, like for all the outing, like luxury spending, buying clothes, like all the stuff, and it will seeing there's a losing in the industry. So and this is some of the research that have been done inside of the region, like I mean by other company, but that's why consumer behavior will also changing as well. And looking into deeper part of it, I want to have about highlight on here is like you'll be able to see for tour international flights, people tend to spend less on this category. Um, yeah, so this will also affect how our operation run. But also in terms of work, you'll be able to see people will invest more on their learning, remotely or physically, and that's why you'll be able to see a lot of people is trying to cut down traveling, but at the same time they want to improve themselves. So these are some of the highlight you can see. But one of the disclaimer that I want to show with you guys is this is the data about whether people will be spending in the next 2 weeks, okay? Which means the data will be changing it from time to time, and you are going to plan for a half year, right? So that's why to hear what I want to say is we have been presenting a lot of data with you, okay, honestly, and data is always available on online. But what's more is we cannot tell you how's the whole region look like as regional office, and this answer you must validate. You must always go update by yourself, because at the end of the day, it's only MC that you can take that responsibility to really understand how the situation looks like in your country, and it's changing it, like it may change it from time to time, and you are playing a very crucial role on that. So how will be the new normal look like in AIESEC? So this is like one of the picture that we want to share with you. I'm sure you see some faces that are very familiar, yeah, because they are your MCP elect. So you'll be able to see a lot of organization is changing how they run it. For example, even in AIESEC, you'll be able to see we have a lot of physical promotion before, and you know that AP is always strongest with physical promotion. But then like due to the situation right now, people are shifting into digital attraction more because of like how the customer changing or how the COVID situation look like, and also internally how we run it. We're also seeing that we will talk more about virtual conference, and that's why you are here attending Operation Summit virtually. And that is something that you need to be aware when you coming into the planning process of your of your MC planning. So here I want to have a question for you guys is, when you think about future of AIESEC in AP, what is coming into your mind? So I want you to type in the chat box so I can have a look. I cannot click. Yeah. So anyone can type. Okay, I see that. What? Cannot. Okay. Okay. It's always like this. But it's okay. I want to see how you type. Yeah, so I will share the document with you guys. Don't worry. Yeah. 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 New product, direction, relevance, stronger than ever. Yes, I like it. Wake up call, amazing. You go to PR election, right? More collaboration within the region, new standard, collaboration, yeah, collaboration and grid. Yes, and I totally agree with you guys. It's like in this period of time, if we are not standing together to work together, I don't see how AP can survive together. And that's why I really hope you guys can take this conference as a very important touch point to really go understanding each other in terms of operation or beyond the operation as well, because that is something very, very important. I really hope that you guys can take it forward for that, and to have some more insights with you guys in terms of like how we seeing like AP as a region in the region office. We want to tell you that we believe that AP will be the fastest and the strongest. I mean, strongest, it depends on you, okay? But at least we will be the fastest region that recover from COVID-19, and we hope that we also be the strongest region when we're coming back as well. So along this data, what we want to show you is that many opportunities we can utilize, even though the situation seems not very positive, right? But then what we need to be aware is we always need to, because of this COVID situation, it has been putting us into the place that we have no choice, and we need to make sure we're demonstrating having leadership and putting the right decision for the organization. For example, we maybe need to adapt to the digital ecosystem, although we very stuck with physical before. We need to implement very strict financial measure in order to make sure our financial situation is getting more stable in the entity. We need to take care of our people because they are the strongest asset that we have in ISAC. We need to increase our presence in the community through other engagement. We need to fix our product. If it's running in loss, then let's fix it. Let's make it to be profitable again and help the organization to be stronger with their foundation. And of course, we need to focus on revenue stream because that is the most cautious alarm that we have. And so coming into here, what is the role of being an MCVP, right? I want to share with you guys is this one. I think you guys know he's a Superman, right? Yes, super. Okay. So one of the things I want to share with you guys is like in ISAC, like it's very important that you need to lead your community to be better. Without you as MCVP, like I don't know who will be the one who leading the entity, honestly. And everything is on your shoulder, and you have that you have the role to make sure this will be happen, and to make sure youth leadership movement is still happen within Asia Pacific, within your country or territory. And that's why it's very, very important. I hope that you can use this summit to gather all the information that you need. And I really want to share one story, personal story with you in the very last minute. It's like, I think you guys know about this, right? About the hero's journey map. I think a lot of you guys know about it. And a lot of people may ask like, yeah, saving the entity sounds like a hero, right? But then I think for me, it's not like this. But then looking into it, it can be your personal story about your learning as well. And I'm going to share with you my personal one, okay? If you are from Myanmar, sorry, I know you heard it 1,000 times already. But then what I want to share with you is this is how the situation looked like when I was MCVP. When I was MCVP, we only have 2 people in the team. In that year, we don't have salary. I remember there's even a time that our reserve hitting into 2 months only, and I need to borrow money from my mom just to paying the house rent. And I tell her, yeah, when exchange comes, I will pay you back. I'm sorry for that, but yeah, please borrow me some money first. I need to survive. And at that time, our entity starting with only 20 people with 3 LC. So that is like, we don't have people, we don't have finance, and we don't have much operation as well, to be honest. Like, and that was a very tough situation. But that year, even though we have so less people, we still try to manage it, and we even have quarter roll at that time. And I still remember the commission meeting is always from Sunday morning until Sunday evening, because there's too many commission at that time. And you'll be seeing that when you're trying to be resilient and you have that persistent, situation will coming into better. This is my next MC team. When I was MCVP, I have 3 MCVP. You may know them before, and what I want to tell you is like all of these people showing you on screen, they are progressing, even though the situation is very tough. Like, we improve the situation, we getting salary, we can pay house rent, I pay back my debt to my mom, and you will be able to see the entity is even getting more and more stable. And I don't think the starting point is the biggest problem that we are having in, but then what is the ending point that you want to create? And I think it depends on you. And I can tell you that it's really possible. Why? Because if you're looking at the plenary right now, one of the things I want to tell you is, I think we are having 9 Myanmar people in this room right now. Yeah, so some of them are is running for international MC, some of them are running for MC. And if you remember just now, I tell you that the entity was starting with only 20 people. But now ending up with it, we also have pipeline, and entity is also getting stable or not. And at the end of the day, this one is decided what is the decision you want to take and how far you want to go for your entity. And I really strongly recommend you guys is, in the coming time, I hope that you guys own your entity, as in how I own my entity as well. And let's own a Limitless Asia Pacific together. And no matter how tough the situation we are in right now, I hope you guys can be persistent, can be grit, and always validate with the external data, and bring really focus on what is the important things that you need to do and make it happen. Yeah, because yeah, one of the learning is about prioritization in my MC term, because I only have very less people. Yeah, so that's all for today. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you so much. So I will stop sharing screen here. Yes. Oh, people typing